was the outcome of one of those processes. So what is RideVia? RideVia is basically, it's an intelligent transportation system, which basically means it's an IT framework to improve your existing transportation system. Specifically, RideVia is more of a passenger information system. The objective is to get information to the end user. Now, I think Alex from Pasadena did a very good job of explaining how information-rich environments enhance transportation, so I won't go a lot deeper into that, but that's basically what we're doing here, exactly what Alex was talking about, making an information-rich environment, making sure transportation information gets to the end users, and that way making it available to everyone. So on the previous slide, I said that, well, RideVia is an intelligent transportation system that we're developing, but it's using a common information framework. So what does that mean? So every city has multiple stakeholders in the transportation system. You have cab operators, bus operators, you have even newer operators, car sharing providers, you have ride matching services. Now all of them get to their end user base using different kinds of information arrangements. For a cab, it might be as simple as you give them a call. For ride matching services, it's much more high tech. You go to a website, find out what options are available. Newer ones are even trying out stuff with GPS and so on. But the point is, everyone has their own individual structure. All these systems are closed systems. They're proprietary. They just talk to their own end applications. There's no. It's really difficult to get exchange of data happening in such a situation. So what we're trying to do with RideVia is create this middle layer in between the applications and the actual data source, where we can collect all this data in one place and provide one point of access to any application developer, and just make it much more easier to develop multimodal applications, applications with real-time information for transportation and so on. So, well, yeah, basically it makes intelligent systems much easier to develop. Multimodality is easier to implement. So let me talk specifically about RideVia a little bit more. So we have our data source and data generation layer. We're using, right now what we're trying is trying to implement this in Atlanta specifically. We have existing data from schedules published, and we're even working to get real-time vehicle data from our local transit operator, MARTA. And then we also have GPS trackers on private shuttle operators and so on. All this goes into our database application layer. That's where your data gets stored, manipulated, and that's the point that offers access to other applications to access that data. And then obviously then you have multiple interfaces, multiple applications that can go and access that data. So that's the basic overview of the system. Now we are working on developing some applications ourselves to kind of to show how such a system would be useful. These screenshots are, these aren't just mock-ups, or these are actual applications that we have developed. The two larger screenshots are sorry, kiosk interface, and the one in the inset there is our first generation mobile interface. We are currently in our second iteration of developing these interfaces. These are our older ones, and obviously since it was our first time developing interfaces, we didn't really nail it right. We didn't really just do exactly what we wanted to do, but we got a lot of feedback, and this is what we're working on right now. These are actually mock-ups. The kiosk interface that we're working on is almost near completion, but it's not at a stage where I can show you a real picture yet. But it should be up and running, we're hoping, in about 2 weeks or so. And then over there in the inset is our new mobile interface, and we just started work on it recently. So what's next? Well, we're working on developing these interfaces and the backend application, obviously, and we want to kind of pilot these around campus. We're working with some people right off campus. We're also working with Georgia Tech, and we're working with the city of Atlanta to get more vehicles included in the pilot. More data means more data in the system means the system is more useful. And then we're working on getting additional funding sources. And I guess that's pretty much it. And obviously, if anyone has more questions or is more interested, I'd be happy to talk to them. I am going to be here for both the rest of today and tomorrow. Thank you.